Welcome to Let's Empower. Today's demo video will be about the cordless impact drill. So we're going to split this video into several different parts and break down every part of the drill, and also go over the basic overview of the drill. And here we have the 6 sections we'll be splitting the drill into. So we'll be talking about the battery, the chuck, the trigger, the switch, the light, and the speed controller. So let's talk about the basic breakdown of an impact. An impact driver is different than a regular cordless driver because it provides an impact at the end of when you're trying to tighten in a screw. And what that impact does is it allows your screw to drive further into whatever material you're trying to put it into, because the impact provides extra pressure. It's usually used in a setting that is for bigger types of fasteners, but it can be used for smaller types of fasteners as well. Its torque and speed are really high compared to a cordless power drill. It really is a tool that just provides a lot of torque and a lot of speed behind it to get a job done really, really fast. So let's talk about the battery. Like most cordless tools, the battery is removable on the bottom, and if you can see the black clip, you would push that down and pull the battery and it would come right out. And this is how most cordless power tools are set up, and this battery of course is rechargeable. The next thing we're going to talk about is the chuck. So as you can see in the picture on the right, we have a bit adapter inside the chuck. So how you would put a bit adapter in the chuck is you would simply push it in and it clicks in and it will not come back out. To take it out, you pull the chuck upwards. Well, you pull it straight forwards and the chuck will release the bit adapter, which will allow you to pull it out. The chuck is pretty important on this tool because it allows you to use this tool and use it for high intensity impact purposes. The next thing we're going to talk about is the trigger. So the trigger, of course, when you push the trigger, it triggers the drill to go on and for the motor to start spinning to generate torque and the speed that you're looking for. The more heavy-handed you're pushing that trigger, the faster the trigger is going to spin. So for beginners, it's usually a good idea to ease yourself into it before you take off. The next thing we're going to talk about is the switch. The switch is a little button next to the trigger. When the switch is pushed completely to the right, the drill is going to be going in reverse. When it's pushed completely to the left, it's going to be going in forward. And when it's in the middle, it's going to be safetied. So even when I touch the trigger will not activate the drill if I have the switch in the middle. As you can see in the picture on the right, we see an equal distribution of the switch on either side of the drill, so this drill is in safety. The next thing we're going to talk about is the light. So automatically when you hit the trigger, the light is triggered on this drill, and the light you can see comes out of those 3 LEDs on the front of the drill that are pictured in the left picture. They're pretty bright, and this is really useful whenever you're trying to use an impact because it provides you extra light on the surface. Next is the speed controller. So impacts can have a range of speeds. This one specifically had 3 speeds to it. And you can see that speed 1, it's saying that you should generally use it for screws, while speed 2 and 3 would be for bigger fasteners. And this, of course, is how you control how fast the drill can go overall, which can be pretty important depending on the job that you're doing.
Okay, so what an impact drill does that is different than a cordless drill is when you reach the end of driving a screw in, it makes a loud sound. So what this loud sound is the impact providing an impact to your screw. And what this does is it allows the screw to go further into the wood because it's causing the tip to go further into the wood when you use that impact. So I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to use this pilot hole here. So you think it's all the way drilled in, right? But we can get this tighter using impact. So what this does is every time you hear that sound, the tip of this screw is being driven further and further into this wood, which causes this wood to bind very tightly together. That's what makes the impact drill different than the cordless drill, because it causes that to be very, very tight when you put it in, and it allows you to go further and further with your screw.
Thank you for watching today's video. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below or contact us at lets.empowher1357@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe.